same. You might get the best of him, but you'll never for me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of same. Went off to college, but college turned out me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I say, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Whoa. College, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college turned out me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run.
What is up, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium? It's your boy Swank. It's Tuesday. It's 8:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for the K-Gun Report, brought to you by Buff Fanbase, sponsored by 26 Shirts. We have a lot of great things to talk about. Another therapy-free week. The Bills done whooped the hell out of the Cowboys this last weekend. It was a great game to watch. So many cool things to go through. We cannot wait to hear all of your comments and takes on the game. We're going to run through those, absolutely. And then after that, we were thinking we were going to play around with the playoff machines in ESPN. We're going to talk about scenarios where the Bills could find themselves in a position to be in a wild card by the end of this weekend, which is gnarly to think about. We're on a hot streak. We're going to preview that Chargers game. And, man, we're just really excited. So I'm going to hit this intro, and we're going to get right into it. Here we are, and here it is, another beautiful Tuesday night with my two favorite twins, Jarrod and Scott. I'm going to let Jerry introduce himself because, you know, he's putting together a hot streak. He is the only Reed twin that has 2 consecutive shows in a row. Go ahead, Jerry.
Let's run with it. Hey, Bills Mafia. Hey, Fandemonium. I'm glad we're talking Tuesday about a win. It feels good, doesn't it? Let's get after it. I can't wait to hear what everybody has to say. And, you know, my guys are wearing the shirts right now. FLX Mafia. I love hanging out here by Cuca Lake. Booyah to ya. Let's go, Bills.
Booyah to ya, indeed. Right over here next to me, the man, the myth, the legend, my brother from another mother, my Sunday Sessions, Pal Ruski, Scooter Magooter. What's up, Scoot?
Cheers, Swank and Jarrod and Buff fan base, the Bills Mafia, to a victory. Did you guys in the beginning of the year, this 4-game, well, with the bye week stretch between the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Dallas Cowboys, did you think that we'd be 2 out of those 3 games on top?
No, but man, I'm going to tell you, we here at the show had said that if we win 2 of those 3, we are in a very good spot to make a playoff run. So I'm glad that it's come to fruition.
Cheers to that. Welcome, Bills Mafia.
Hell yeah. I mentioned in the intro really quick that we are part of the Buff Fanbase Network. Don't forget to go follow all of those guys, the originators of the Bills Mafia, my boy Justice General. Go follow Del Reed and 26 Shirts. Go follow RT. Go follow Robin. Go follow Robbie from Let's Talk 716. Go follow all of them. Everybody. Mook. Everybody. It's a great network, great family. And we could not be more proud to be a part of it. Also, as part of that deal, we're sponsored by 26 Shirts, the legends 26 Shirts. Go on over to 26shirts.com and see what Del Reed and the gang got cooking up for you. You could buy something special for somebody you love and in turn help somebody that you don't even know who's going through a hard time. Win during the giving season. Fa la 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 do it. You like that? It just came off the top of my head sometimes.
Man, I love it. You're a lyrical rhymetologist.
I write songs.
Something right now.
You did. I didn't even know I was doing it. I just went into a trance and bought something. Now, for real, go over to 26 Shirts. It is the best.
Yeah.
I want to say hi to all of our friends, man. Our viewership has been crazy up these last couple of shows. Thank you guys so much for supporting us and this show and 24/7. It's amazing. You guys have been great. In the comments, we got my boy Patrick Hughes. What's up, Mafia? We got Lou RQ. Go Bills. We got John Johns. Welcome to Happy Tuesday. I like it. Are you going to stack a happy with every win we stack? I love it. Keep doing it. Hopefully there's 7 more. We got Rob Mullen. It's Bedlam. It's Pandemonium. It's 24/7 Buff Fandemonium. Hey, Jerry, how come we know who Rob Mullen is?
Because he's a wonderful content creator at www.247buffandemonium.com, and the cover too, man. He gets into it. He gets into all 22 and covers some of the game. It's just easy reads, easy follows. You understand everything. You can comment on the page itself, and he is more than willing to respond and answer any questions that you have. And that's why Rob Mullen is the bomb.
The bomb diggity, some of us would say. Yeah, absolutely.
Wicked.
Go check out the cover too, man. We got a lot of great content going on over there. We got Mike V. What's up, Mafia? Let's see. Patrick Hughes, my boy, coming in with the quick zing. Quick question: how about them Cowboys?
Here we
Yeah,
go.
buddy. I got an interesting thing to talk about in a little bit about that. But Cowboys fans really haven't bothered me that much this week. It's Dolphins fans, dude. Dolphins fans shut out a team, and they are talking more junk about the Bills than I like. The Cowboys fans have disappeared into the ether, and Dolphins fans are all about the Bills right now. It's very funny to watch.
They're nervous.
Yeah.
They're nervous. They're seeing this AFC East slip away slowly but surely, and they understand. We already saw it, guys. We played them once. I know playing them twice is difficult, but if it comes down to that final week, who will be the beast of the East? They're nervous.
Yeah.
They're nervous. Rightfully
Hell
so.
yeah. We got our boy Adam saying, "What's up, Mafia? Let James cook." Oh, are we going to talk about James Cook in a whole hot minute? Oh my God. Let's see. We got Doug saying, "That's right. It's Victory Tuesday. Let's go. Hell yeah." We got Uncle James saying, "What's up, Mafia? Big win. Smash mouth football. Did we win in the trenches all damn day? Oh my God. Did Deion Dawkins block a dude 20 yards and pancake him at the end? Oh my God. How physical was this game?" We got Josh Cook saying, "What's up, y'all? What's up, Cookie?"
Brother.
Let's see. We got Keely saying LFG Buffalo. I think that means let's go. I think it's too early, I guess, to say the F word now, right? I'm going off your guys' cues. You tell me.
Fuck it.
Seriously though, let's fucking go. This is great.
Hell
6
yeah,
guys.
dude.
The
Hell
Bills are
yeah.
saying it. They're moving it. I feel it. Let's do it.
Let's see. Rob Mullen, quick stat of the day. In the 4 games with Brady as OC, the Bills have had 301 offensive plays versus 232 of the opponent's plays. Huge differential. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's 70 more plays than the team you're playing. And it looks like they're winning everywhere. Like this isn't like that drop in the pan, like, well, the Bills are a good team, or like that hype that you heard last year about like the Bills being a Super Bowl contender. They have turned a page. And it is very, very evident. The whole mindset of the whole team is completely different. The way they were hitting on Sunday, out of control, absolutely out of control. And I am not mad at Dotson, by the way. We'll get into all this. I just can't wait. Oh my God. We got
Swank, real quick. You mentioned James Cook, currently the second leading rusher in the NFL.
Number 1, Christian McCaffrey, right?
Yep.
Both those dudes, they have a similar OC in their careers, don't they? Don't their offensive coordinators interlock at some point? Wasn't there a Mr. Brady that was offensively coordinating Christian McCaffrey at one point in his life?
Oh yeah.
Joey Hatch, hello, my Buffalo Bills brothers and sisters. Let's go Buffalo Bills. Hell yeah. We got Chris Christian. What's up, Chris? Who got exposed this week? Tuesdays. Ooh. There's some exposure that got exposed for sure. Let's see. Dr. Bruce McKellar. Dr. Bruce is another content creator over at 247buffpandemonium.com/blogs. You can check out the injury report, doing great things, great reads. Get in the now. Or no, get in the know. Get in the know. Get in the know now.
Get in the know now.
Getting to know now.
Yeah, with Dr. Bruce and the injury report. What's up?
Hey, I was
Doctor?
just wondering if you two know this, because now is the time to say it. What's 2 things you must bring, not only in the playoffs, but if you're in the playoff run?
A run game and a defense.
Your pads.
Oh, what's going on, Buffalo?
I think it's really funny. People talk about like, Bills need a run game. It gets snowy. They need a run game. They don't have a consistent run game. How many years in a row did we hear that? Now, boom, here's James Cook. James Cook gave you the whole run game, all of it. It was amazing.
Ty Johnson's turning heads too, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh
it's
yeah,
good.
Ty Johnson, man. Would he separate his shoulder and then he came back in?
Must have popped it back in.
I saw him. He was kind of like dogging in and then came back. Ooh.
Swank, what are we going to call this offensive line? I know the tush push and all that stuff. You mentioned snowplow.
Snowplow.
Would BLO like blow plow be too inappropriate sounding, or would that be pretty cool?
I don't think you're going to get the guys to sign on to that one. No.
But you mentioned a line, Spencer Brown, PFF. I know we don't go there a lot, but he was the number 1 ranked rushing blocker this week.
I mean,
Blow
just
Plow.
so much
No, that
good.
sounds like an X-rated movie.
But yeah, blow plow. No, I don't like that.
Starring.
Snowplow. So when I started doing the snowplow, right, when they started doing it a couple weeks ago successfully, and then now Kyle Brandt called it the snowplow on Angry Runs today. So
There you go.
here
Nice.
at 24/7, man, we're ahead of the curb.
Mhm.
Just we're fodder for Angry Runs, I guess. I don't know. Good morning, football. Oh, let's see. Jarrod Reed commenting on his own show. I love it. I love when it happens because then I can make fun of it. Joey Hatch, the Cowboys in America's team. The Cowboys is America's team. The Buffalo Bills are America's team, red, white, and blue. Okay. I need to read these before I say them out loud, but all right, Joey, I like it. Let's see. Lisa Johns with the comment of the night so far. Dolphins fans suck. Dude, they're so bad. Did you see that tweet that I did? Because there's like literally Dolphins fans tweeting out about how the Bills are frauds. Like how the Bills lost to the Patriots and the Jets and they're frauds and blah, 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 blah. And I went through just out of curiosity because I know we talk that they haven't beaten a team with a winning record yet this season.
Mhm.
So I went back through and I wrote the list, and oh my God, like the saddest list of wins. I just looking at them all in a row, twice the Jets, twice the Patriots, the Chargers, the Broncos, like the Raiders, like it was just like crap the whole way. And I'm like, where are these people getting off? And then I realized, oh, yeah, they're scared. Like they're getting really scared right now because the Bills whooped that ass when they came to Buffalo, and they just whooped the Cowboys, and they almost beat the Eagles, and they beat the Chiefs, and they are getting hot right now, and they don't want the Bills to get hot right now because they know they're going to go down to Miami and stomp them.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Miami fans, you should be worried about the Cowboys next week. They're bitter right now. And you should
Mhm.
also worry about the Ravens, who's top of the AFC right now. You should be concerned about those teams before you start trash talking the Bills that you're not seeing for another 3 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're getting nervous.
Oh, let's see. You guys are killing it. Let me see here. We got Greg saying go Bills, gents. Adam, Ty Johnson was running angry. Big ups to him. Hell yeah, man. He's a great, like, I don't even know if he's a change of pace. He reminds me of James Cook.
Yep.
So it's kind of like you have two of him, but a dude with fresh legs that has a similar style. Obviously not what James Cook is doing right now. James Cook is playing out of his mind right now. He's really fallen into his role, and his cuts are so smooth and decisive, and it's great. It's
He
really great.
reminds me of a very very good running back in the past, Le'Veon Bell. The way he moves in the hole, he's not as like patient and looking for the zone as much as Le'Veon Bell does, but he had a couple runs this past weekend where he's paused for a second and then picked the right spot.
That hesitation, man. Yep.
Yeah,
100%. I saw the same exact thing. It kind of seems like it, but it's not like a full stop. It's like he just leans into it, and then it's very fluid. Like he's a very graceful runner. Patrick Hughes wants to know if we're going to do a snowplow shirt. Sure, absolutely. I'll do that. Sounds good to me. Big E. Bills are the new America's team, and Allen is an MVP contender all the way over from X. And I'll never call it X again. Twitter. He's over on Twitter. And I think that's cool, man. Twitter comments are starting to come in now. It's pretty awesome. So appreciate you. Thanks, Big E. And yes, you're right. Oh, let's see.
I love seeing Twitter on
there. That's
our
first ever Twitter comment. That's awesome.
I know it. It's pretty dope.
Keep going,
man. You guys are killing it. It's like hard. Like I just want to keep reading it and reading it and reading it, and and here we are 8:15. So we're gonna go into this big win that we just had against the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys came to town. This was a high-powered, high-flying offense. Dak Prescott having probably the best season of his career. I was gonna say Des Bryant, dude. CeeDee Lamb, same number as Des Bryant. Top 5 receiver. If I'm being like just easily grouping him in, probably closer to top 3 wide receiver in the league right now.
Yards wise, he's right at 3. Yeah, so he's top 5 all around. For sure.
Tony Pollard, you got, this rookie tight end. You got just Cook Brandon Cooks. You got everywhere. Gallup, whatever, who's been kind of quiet, but still high-powered offense and a Micah Parsons-led defense. And on the Sunday sessions, we talked about how if you isolate Micah Parsons in a similar fashion that you did to Chris Jones, you could have a pretty good time, I think. And I think they did have a pretty good time. So I want to get into all of it. You guys throw your comments in. Scott, you look like you're chomping at the bit, bro. Tell me, what are your first reactions to this win that we had on Sunday?
My first reaction goes right to not the players themselves, but the coaches. It was a highlight for Joe Brady, obviously. His 4th game, I think, coaching as an offensive coordinator, made all the right calls. And we did talk about isolating Parsons. I think the best thing to do to stop a really, really good pass rush is by running the ball. And so the fact that they were able to establish those runs quick and early and a lot of yards per carry, I think that made it so we didn't have to depend on Josh Allen. And that was a beautiful game call by Brady. I'm talking coaches. I'm going, holy cow. I know that was rainy, wet, and windy for Dak Prescott and that offense.
Yeah, Jerry Jones said something about that was a reason why they struggled, which I think is funny because there
was a stat out there saying if they play under 40 degrees, their record is so bad, but it was over 40. So you could throw that stat out the window. But McDermott called a really good defense, brought the pressure fittingly based on down and distance. I thought it was an amazing game plan. That offensive line is no joke. That's half the reason why Pollard and Dak Prescott are doing so good. And our defensive line did a really good job. You watch the all 22 NFL plus, all 22 is an option. What it does is it shows you the regular play in time that you would normally watch it on TV. And then it goes from behind the scenes. And the way our defensive backs were covering during these blitzes was bare none. One of the best defensive backfields I've ever seen playing against the Dallas Cowboys this year. Rasul Douglas, Benford, even the linebackers were doing their job. And it's all because the coaches were putting these guys in good spots to be successful. So kudos to them. I'm going to leave a lot of meat on the bone for you guys, but it's McDermott and Brady coming together, calling a game plan that you could tell they were prepared for at the perfect timing. And they're just going to keep riding this wave in, I hope.
Let's go buzzword with it. Complementary football, right? Coach always talking about it. And right now you have that defense firing in all cylinders, a ragtag defense that's put together with pieces that are coming together with great game plans. And I mean, a lot of those sacks that they got on Dak were covered sacks. I mean, even if they were blitzing, it was like they were covered sacks. He had nowhere to go, absolutely nowhere to go all day. And the score reflected that. Jerry, I'm gonna pass that bone right to you, buddy. Just take a big old bite out of it. Tell me, what did you think about this win on Sunday?
I'll stick right with the defense, and I know Scott mentioned coaching was very important, but also not coaching leads to these players being disciplined. The gap integrity that our defensive front had during this game was simply amazing, and that's what led to a lot of frustration by Dak. We had four guys coming in, 5 sometimes late delayed blitzes coming in. That only works if people are doing their responsibilities and staying in the gaps and, taking on what they have to. And they play that to a T. And that lets our linebackers, who we have Bernard back there as rookie, run around a little bit crazy and make plays. And then Scott just added on those cornerbacks. Man, who would have thought that we wouldn't be worried about the CB position right now 8 weeks ago? So that, and then a big props to Joe Brady for the fact that I mentioned earlier, you got to bring a defense and a run game to the playoffs. They were able to see, I think Allen had 2 passes that were dropped right off the bat, 3 actually. I think Dawson, Kincaid, and Diggs dropped balls. He went for 7 for 15 or something along those lines. He was able to adapt to get to the run, saw the run work, and stuck with it. The way they changed throughout the game and they adapted to the gameplay and the style of the game and what was working was simply amazing. And big kudos to Brady for that, and kudos to the players for understanding that and accepting it. Because another game where Gabe Davis didn't really have any targets, And Stephon Diggs didn't really have that too many of targets. And I don't see any of them bitching and complaining about it anywhere. So all around organization, this was a huge win.
100%. I would say this about Stephon Diggs. He had 2 big catches in this game. I mean, they weren't 90-yard touchdowns, but that one-hander in the rain, that is a Pro Bowl all-star, like, freak of an athlete kind of wide receiver play at a time where you needed it. Earlier in the game, he had one, like a nice catch too, that moved the change. And I think that all comes into that complementary thing. Like, yes, Josh Allen didn't even throw for 100 yards, and how that had to be the first time in his career. Like, if not the second, maybe his rookie season, he had a really bad game. But, like, this wasn't a really bad game. It was all James Cook. It was all that run game. It was all damn day, Those Kincaid drops, too, they were talking about his gloves. And that's just like a rookie thing where he had the wrong gloves on because it wasn't quite wet enough to, like, wear them right or whatever. But, Jerry, I cut you off. What did you say, buddy?
No, that's pretty much it. And I just want to add something quick, guys, because we've heard it from year to year that Josh Allen is this only offensive. He's the reason why this offense moves 99% of the time. Swank, he had under 94 yards passing. Would you have thought the Buffalo Bills would have won 31-10 against the Cowboys with Allen having 94 yards total or passing?
Not with Dorsey calling the plays.
Right. So
Never.
Guess what, NFL? Josh Allen isn't 100% into this offense. He hasn't been for the last 5 weeks now. Watch out.
And he's more comfortable. And he's having fun. And he's smiling. Yeah. He's out there having a ball. And he broke another NFL record. And Stephon Diggs broke a team record. I mean, and James Cook had the game of his career so far. Like, so many positives came out of Sunday's game. I don't know. Again, we said it, and we're Bills fans, and we're homers, and we have these bright eyes, and, like, we want everything, and we think everything should be a certain way. This team feels absolutely 100% different than it did 6 weeks ago. Nobody was telling me with confidence that this team was going to go in and do exactly what it's been doing the last 3 weeks, and I include that Eagles game. I mean, that game was a whisker hair away from us winning. So
couple whiskles,
yeah,
whiskles.
For me, man, you guys, you were talking a little bit of defense, a little bit of offense here. How about these trenches? How about this offensive line? How about Deion Dawkins? How about Spencer Brown? How about Micah Parsons being visibly frustrated on the sideline for most of the game? I mean, you don't get that guy rattled. That dude is a game wrecker. Like, you think, like you said, Chris Jones is a problem. He is a problem. He's the kingpin of that whole defense. Micah Parsons, same deal. He is the life force of that defense, and he's got no quit in him, and he almost quit. He wanted to quit. You could tell on the sideline. It was embarrassing. And that's nothing against that dude came out. Did you guys see the video of him talking about what a great team win it was that the Bills had on Sunday? Great video. Better takes and a more honest look and interpretation. And I'm not saying this because it was the Bills, but factual, not 100% complimentary. Called them out for the crap that they were doing earlier in the season with the turnovers and not playing team football, and then coming back around saying that was a great team win. They had it all, like, all phase, and they just whooped them, And I was like, I want every, like, national pundit and even a couple Buffalo reporters to look at that. This is a dude that plays every Sunday and is giving a non-biased but actual, like, interpretation of how the team that just beat the hell out of him played and has played all season, and it was more honest and factual without any fluff than any other thing I've seen. So big kudos to him, man. I respect the hell out of him. I respect the hell out of CD. I like Dak. Dak's fine. I just think, and again, like I said on Sunday sessions and the K-Gun, Dak has Dak games. Dak's gonna Dak. Just because he's been playing better than he ever has, he has these games. And that is the reason why the Cowboys suffer,
Yep.
So I don't know, man. It was just you could go on forever, you know. Like seriously.
I just want to add, Swank, Dak did have a Dak-esque game, as you're saying, but that defense didn't make it easy for him. You know, he goes against other defenses that aren't as good as that Bills defense, and then he still throws picks because he's not making right decisions. He had nowhere to go this past weekend. So yeah.
I did. Let's talk about the personal fouls here. That Dotson hit, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe that it was really a penalty. To me, it looked like Dak was going to plant. He wasn't visibly giving himself up. I thought he was making a cut. And I get that he hit him with, hit him with the helmet, whatever. I don't really even know. Like, it was just a personal foul, right? They didn't really say what the actual personal foul was. They just said it was a personal foul. And I was thinking,
because there was two of them on the play.
No, was that no? This was a different one.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, right. Because the one you're talking about is the rap one, and like he hit him when he was going into a slide, or he like went over him and hit him, and yes, that was a penalty. And then he got shoved because that offensive lineman, whatever, he's doing what he's trying to do to protect, but it was too late, and then they offset, and Dak got the yardage, and it didn't really matter in the end. So it was like whatever, but they could have tacked another 15 on the end of that if that guy wouldn't have done that. A little bit of discipline, a little bit of, whatever emotion, fine. The Dotson one, Dak was, to me, it looked like he was planting his foot to cut. They claimed that he was going into a slide. Dotson was already at him. To me, it was too bang bang for them to call. And even if it wasn't, I'm not mad at it. The way they were playing, the energy they were playing. I don't think he was going out to hurt him, but I think he was going out to make it so that he didn't want to get hit by him again. And that's the kind of football that I want to see this defense playing. Even the offense, even the running backs, whatever. I want every player on this team to be like, you're not going to want to face me like one more play. And Dotson, we're talking about players like Epinesa and James Cook now and whatever, but Dotson has shown us a whole hell of a lot this last 3-game run where all of a sudden he's like leading PFF and linebacker ratings, and he's getting me a little bit because he'll get a tackle behind the line and then he'll like do a celebration march for like 5 yards, and then if he does another tackle it's like 6 yards, and then it's like, I'm like, dude, you gotta stop walking so far because you gotta get back to the line so you don't get offsides or something. But I don't know, man, good for him. I love it. Let's get it. Back these linebackers up. They're figuring out how to put them in a position to whoop some ass. So
the slide thing is, you could tell when somebody's starting to slide, and I'm on board with you there, Swank. It looked like they can't be calling those penalties when they either look like they're going to cut or they just drop.
Yeah.
And you could tell the difference between somebody just dropping or when they go anticipate a slide. And I think they do need to be more lenient towards the drop. Quarterbacks giving themselves up rather than that slide for sure, but it's going to be hard to differentiate. And the way they protect the quarterbacks in the NFL, doesn't matter how you do it. If you get hit by someone like that, they're going to call it.
Unless your name's Josh Allen. And that's my argument for this, where he gave himself up and he was a runner. And that is exactly the explanation they would give for Josh Allen. So for me, I don't know. Like, if it's bang bang like that, you can't do that. You can't flag Dotson for that. And I really think if he wouldn't have hit him in the helmet, he wouldn't have got it. But whatever. I mean, apparently they're trying to protect quarterbacks. I'm looking at the list of backups that are in the current lineups for the end of the season here, and I'm kind of thinking maybe they're not protecting them as well as they think they are. But it's one man's opinion.
Like you said, Swank, he becomes a runner. So at what point when you're running the ball, you either slide and give yourself up quick, or you can't do this last minute crap, because it's Mahomes is getting away with it a lot until this year. He'll pretend like he's going out of bounds. Everyone slows down. He cuts back in. Yeah. And that stuff's going to happen. I think if they want to become a runner, they have to be willing to take the fact that they're going to get hit And to slide, I think if you put your shoulder down and go forward, you won't take those hits going backwards and slamming your head off the ground. So either slide right away and be like, okay, I got out of the pocket and I got these yards, I'm going to go down safe, or become an actual runner and run down the field.
It's a like what's good for the goose is good for the gander kind of thing. What's good for the Josh is good for the Dak. I think, if you're going to call it one way over here and another way over there, that's kind of the whole thing that has come up this season more than any other season, which is insane to me. But I think maybe because of the Chiefs' big debacle and all that stuff that it's kind of, at least in the public eye, a little more than it was. But for me, like, how far do you push it to where people like Mahomes are taking advantage of it?
Yep.
Where like you got people laying off of them and then they fake a slide and keep running, like that's coming. If it hasn't happened already, like that's absolutely coming. Yeah. So,
yep.
You can do that. So then what do you do with that? Basically, right. You got another restriction against defensive players to where they have to like think 4 different ways before they even wrap you up. Like, is he, I don't, if he's a runner, that's it. You're treated like any other player that's got the ball running down the field. To me, like that's it. If you're going to use your quarterback like that, or if you're going to make that decision, I'm okay with Josh Allen being treated like that. You know what I mean? So I think everybody else should be cool with, if you're running, that's it.
Yep. Great.
You guys are killing it in the comments, man. And thanks for the viewership. Absolutely amazing. Again, we are part of the Buff Fanbase Network and sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com, see what Del Reed and the gang got cooking up. It's right over there. We wanted to have a little bit of fun here. It's 8:33 with the playoff machine. A lot of people talking about scenarios. The Bills are still on the outside looking in, but goddamn if they're not the hottest team in football right now. And people can't ignore it. It's pretty awesome. So I was thinking, what do you guys think? Run a couple scenarios here?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. Okay. I'm using the ESPN playoff machine. If you want to play along at home, ESPN.com/NFL/playoff/machines. There you go. That's the website. Right here, what you're seeing is week 15 and the results of all those games. We can click over to week 16 and pick our games. Now, the NFC, we're not really concerned with. So go ahead, Scott. What were you going to say?
I would say, I'll tell you what, this past week I was watching Saturday football and I'm sitting there thinking that we're already in the playoffs as far as all the games. The AFC is such a difficult situation to be in as far as bracketing who's going to make it, who's not. Every game counts so much and all these teams are playing each other. The AFC conference is playing a shitload of AFC conference games these next couple weeks. So it's all playoff football now.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, these NFC matchups I'm not really concerned with. We're not really concerned with. We're going to focus mostly on the AFC. I don't know what happens. I can just pick AFC games, right? And this isn't going to do anything different. Right. So right here, Scooter and I were kind of messing with this beforehand. There's a couple interesting things. Can we just go ahead and say, like, we need to win this week, right?
That's what it comes down to. We put out a post every week, guys, about who to root for, the rooting interests. And obviously, with the intent that the Buffalo Bills need to handle their own, we need to win our games.
Hell yeah. So we'll go ahead and say we beat I almost said San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers this weekend in Los Angeles. And we're going to dip into that game a little bit here at the end of the show. But we thought maybe this would be more of a fun scenario. So with just that, without anything else happening, the Bills would move into the 6th seed. Which is nice to hear, right, folks? Hey, folks. Hey, that's pretty nice to hear.
Let's move on to week 17.
So going into Sunday,
let's go to playoffs.
Will be, if we win, going into Sunday will be the 6th seed.
Just with nothing else happening.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. We win Saturday. I don't know what the other games on Saturday are, but
Bengals and Steelers do play.
Well, then here we go. So this is the interesting thing.
There you go. I did not know that was a Saturday game too.
I didn't either.
Wow.
So if the Bengals win, we are still in 7th seed.
7.
Okay. If the Steelers win, we're in a little better shape at the 6th seed.
Okay.
All right.
So win-win.
Win-win.
These
so,
two teams beating each other is going to be beneficial.
I'm going to go down to one of the games that Scott and I kind of shook out just to let you guys know that this is a game that we absolutely have a rooting interest in. Okay. Colts at Falcons, right? You wouldn't really think. If the Colts win that game, well, they're in the 4th seed. Jacksonville's in there. There's some other stuff going on here. See, that would have been really great. Be like, we're out. It's not true. We're not out.
Well, here's the thing. When you're looking at Jacksonville, the Colts, Jacksonville beat us. So we want them to win the division. We don't want the Colts to win the division, because if the Colts win the division, Jacksonville will be above us if they have the same record as we do.
Hell yeah. Let me see here.
In that Colts versus Falcons game, Falcons are also in that very poor NFC South, where a 7-7 team right now owns that division. They're one game out of it, so they're playing their hearts off. They'll be playing tough this week, and they're playing at Atlanta. So that's not going to be an easy game for the Colts for sure.
No. All right, let's go Browns Texans. As far as we were talking, we want the Texans to win this game.
Right.
So if that were to happen with everything else we got picked right now going on, that would leave us 6th seed. If the Browns won, not a whole lot changes. Again, this is banking on the fact that the Steelers win. The Bengals aren't in the scenario. If the Bengals won this game, all of a sudden we're down to the 7th seed. Cleveland's in the 5th. If the Texans win, there you go, baby. We're out. So there's certain combinations that like we really need to focus on. Again, winning is number one priority. With as much as the Chargers are banged up, this is a game where the way the Bills are playing, they need to go in there and just take care of business the way they do, the way they are doing currently. These other things, the way they flush out, I think we just need to incrementally get a little help each week, as opposed to like wanting it all at once, right?
Right.
So
And I can tell you that Houston game, Stroud looks like he's going to miss his another game. So that Cleveland defense is so tough. I think that's the only reason why they're even in it. So that's going to be a tough one. But again, they are fighting for the same reason we are. There's playoff implications. They're playing at home. It's going to be tougher than the Cleveland Browns think it is.
hell yeah. I see, not Scooter, Jesus. Rob Mullen saying, Swanky, can you really honestly be rooting for the Brownies? No, I am not. But if someone were to root for them, then we would be in the 6th seed if all these other things happen. So right now, let's say Steelers win, Bills win. We're going back to the Texans winning because, we got Washington Jets. That doesn't really have anything to do with us. Seattle at Tennessee. If the Titans win, still, again, no effect as far as these things go. There's so many combinations of results that can happen from this that, like, you got to, like, kind of play a little bit around with everything, right? So let's go to the next. Jags at Bucks. We want the Bucks to win, right?
Yeah, we want the Bucks to win. But that's another thing, too, is if the Jags have our number if we tie for the record, if we have a record tie. So do we want them to win the division and the Colts to be, So it's tough. We'd rather, if it comes down to it, if we're all tied with records, we want the Colts or we want the Jaguars to be the division winner. But if you're looking at everything, I think the Colts even have the tiebreaker against us too. So we're not doing well with tiebreakers. That's the only issue. So
we've lost a lot of games to the AFC.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
That's what.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens if the Jags win and the Colts lose. We're back.
It's anybody's. The AFC South right now is anybody's. Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and Houston are all 8-6.
Mm-hmm.
So who'd you give that one to, Swank?
So I did the Jags win and the Colts lose. We're in. If the Colts and the Jags both win, we're on the outside looking in.
Right.
With 2 weeks left.
Yep.
Right.
Let's see. We want the Cowboys to beat the Dolphins. Let me set this back to where the Falcons lose, Jaguars lose. There we are sitting at the 6th seed. We got the Cowboys beating the Dolphins. We are 1 game at that point behind Miami, half game. Is that
Half game.
Half game. Yep, we got the tiebreaker.
Next up would be New England at Denver. We want New England in that case to give some more separation between us and the Broncos. And then we got the Raiders and KC. And we want the Raiders to win that game. So with all of those scenarios being set, the Bills would be in the 6th seed at the end of the weekend if that were to happen. Even if the Chiefs won, we'd still be sitting in an okay spot. We're still in the 6th seed. They're above and beyond us. But with this scenario, with them winning, we would be tied record-wise
with Kansas City.
With Kansas City,
we'd have the tiebreaker. We'd be ahead of them.
But they win their division.
They win the division.
Yeah.
So that's another thing with that division is Denver beat us. So if Kansas City and Denver are fighting for that division, ultimately we would want Denver to win that division. KC takes second because if we have the same record as KC, we beat KC.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot.
You guys getting all this?
Yeah. This is it's a lot of fun, man. Go ahead and, put in your own kind of scenarios. You can quickly see how all these sports book make a ton of money because it's like, well, what if this and this and this and this and this and this?
Yeah.
Right now with like the scenario I have in here, I have Steelers beating Bengals, us winning, Texans beating the Browns, the Titans losing, the Colts losing, the Jags losing, the Dolphins losing, the Denver Broncos losing, the Chiefs winning, and the Ravens losing. If we switch one to the Bengals winning, that drops us down to the 7th seed. If the Browns win, we're still sitting at the 7th seed. So I don't know. Go ahead and play with this as much as you want. We really wanted to go through all the way to the 18th week and show you guys kind of what would happen, but maybe we'll revisit this quickly next week. If you guys have interest anyway, and have a little bit of fun seeing what happened this last week and going forward. What I want to do now, boys, is preview this Los Angeles Chargers matchup we have here. A lot of big injuries on that side of the ball. We know Herbert's out for the season. Keenan Allen shaking up, might miss this week too. Lost their head coach. There's a rumor he got fired at halftime. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So Jerry, what I want from you, my man, is what are you looking for out of the Bills this weekend going into LA?
I'm looking to see if this is the hardcore Bills team that we've seen these last 3 or 4 weeks play, or are they going to resort to many years back where they dip down and play at a 5-8 level team? This is going to be another true test for the Buffalo Bills to see if they can't go to the West Coast, continue with the defense dominating the offense, and then continue with a whole slew of different plays that we haven't seen, that we've seen the last 4 years or 4 weeks against this NFL with the Buffalo Bills offense. So I want to see them continue their path. If they have a hiccup, then I think you have to worry a little bit. But these good teams have to, if you want to make it far, have to keep pushing forward this time of year. So it's going to be interesting to see if they come out and they're still firing at all cylinders. And I'm hopeful for that. I'm very hopeful for that. The one thing that I can't wait to watch is during the season, you play the games, and then teams that are playing, you look over all this film and they study you to see your tendencies. They see what's going on in situations. We have a huge advantage with Joe Brady joining and taking up this last 4 weeks. He's got a whole new script. So these teams that are coming in and trying to plan don't really have a full season to look at. They have 4 games, and everything's changing every week, and it's fantastic. And I can't wait to see what nugget this week is going to help the Bills win.
Great take, man. Great take. Absolutely correct. Every single game on film looks completely different. This James Cook game is completely, I don't want to say out of left field. We all felt like a game like this could have happened. I didn't know if we expected it was going to happen against the Cowboys, but he's that coordinator that finds that nerve and he just presses on it. I mean, they were deflated. They couldn't do anything to stop James Cook, Ty Johnson, any of the runs. And I mean, I loved it. The fact of the matter is, like, I think we could have switched to the pass anytime we wanted but it really wasn't necessary. So they just kept
Mhm.
doing what they were doing and milking clock and scoring. You know, people
Oh, yeah.
forget, like, yeah, Josh Allen threw for 90 some yards. He did throw a touchdown to James Cook. You know, like, it wasn't just like run. When he came into cash, he threw a touchdown. I mean, they had rushing touchdowns as well, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see how he's utilizing the whole offense, not just Stephon Diggs, not just Dalton Kincaid, the whole offense. And I think that's what's different. People don't know what to do to prepare for him. So great take, man. I love that take. Scooter,
Stephon Diggs will be back this year.
he's here, my friend.
Yeah, he is.
1,000-yard season, another
Yep.
one. 3 games left. 1,000-yard season. You want to see Stephon Diggs go crazy? Just wait for my bold predictions, everybody.
Yeah, wait, it's coming. I can feel it, Swank, too. Gotta change mine now.
That's why I said it. Give you a heads up. Scooter, what do you
Thank you,
think,
sir.
man? What are we looking for out of this Bills team coming into this weekend?
I see our buddy Rob Mullen leaving a lot of comments about Joe Brady, and he's saying, "Where's Waldo?" And this is something Joe Brady's always done as a coordinator and schematically planning against, even in college teams that he's played against. He finds weaknesses and he continues to pound the ball wherever that weakness is. The Buffalo Bills versus the Chargers. The Chargers, again, have another outstanding defensive edge rusher in Khalil Mack, who's got 15 sacks this year. And they've got pretty good defensive backfield in Derwin James and Asante Samuel Jr., a guy that I wish the Buffalo Bills would have got in 2021. What's the best way to stay away from him? Same thing as the best way to stay away from Parsons. Develop a run game, and you're going to see my bold prediction involve that. But I want to see that again. But what I'm looking forward to is Joe Brady, if in fact the run game is being slowed a little bit, to be able to make an adjustment and introduce and bring that pass game to make it an overpowering pass game that we know the Buffalo Bills can do. This is a team that, like Jarrod said, we should not fall to the ways of the 18-year drought and play to the level of these poor teams. We need to start handling these guys and having your second string quarterback come in the fourth quarter.
100%, man.
True.
100%. I mean, does it feel different? It just feels so much different to me than when Dorsey was here. It feels so much different. And the combination is switching the OC, Josh Allen playing freer, this stupid article coming out about McDermott and the team rallying around him, and this defense, like, just playing fast and physical and everybody sticking to their assignments. I mean, yeah, man, this is the team that we want. This is the team we've been wanting, you know. Go in, do your job, win the games that you're supposed to win handedly, and then beat good teams. You are living that life right now, Bills Mafia. Like, this is where we are. And to continue that, you have a dangerous trap game scenario where you could go in where, you know, maybe the Chargers get a spark like the Raiders did, and they have a new head coach, and he's going to figure it out with a backup quarterback and, offensive-less, you know, no Keenan Allen in the like. There's so much against them. I feel like in this game, if I was McDermott, I would focus on making sure Eckler didn't do any damage to you, right? And there's a big thing that's happened this week that just happened today, where Daquan Jones' practice window just opened.
Mm-hmm.
Brother can practice as soon as he feels like he can. So all of a sudden you're making a playoff push, and you got this dude that was playing at the height of his career before he got injured coming back with a fire in his belly, seeing how good this line's going. I mean, I don't know. Like, we didn't even get into Von Miller this weekend, right? And stat-wise, he didn't do a lot. He sure looked a whole hell of a lot better than he has. He's getting
present.
back there. He was getting his hand on there. I wanted him to get one, even though I'm still whatever about anything else that's going on in his life. Wanted him to get one. He was there, you know, closer than he has been. So things might be trending up everywhere for the Buffalo Bills currently. And for the Chargers, they're trending down. Still, I just wanted to walk in there with blinders, take care of business, and hand them an ass whooping. And that's it, really.
That's Swank. That's what the Bills have.
Yeah.
They are in playoff mode. They have to be in playoff mode. They can't go in there and take. You never look past the week that's coming up. But when you're 13-2, you might. When you're 8-6, looking for a playoff push, that's your focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we lose this one, we're fucked.
You're done.
We have to pay attention. So their focus is, I guarantee you, totally different than if they were, again, 13-2.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they look mean too.
Yeah.
They look pissed.
Yeah. I love it. Pushing. Oh my God. That James Cook run, 11 yards. 11 yards after you're stopped after what? 6, 5, and they pushed him another 6. Just even the Murray touchdown. You talk about the tush push and all that stuff. The Eagles aren't doing that. They're not pushing dudes 11 yards down the field. That's winning the line of scrimmage, blatantly winning the line of scrimmage. That Jordan Phillips sack on Dak, that was a freight train, and he got belly flopped on. It just, when your mindset is that different, and again, we said on Sunday sessions, the Dallas Cowboys offensive line has never been slouchy. It's been elite for a lot of years. This might be the worst offensive line Dak has ever played behind, and it's still a top 5 offensive line in the league. These guys weren't slouches that this rotating defensive line was playing against, and they owned the shit out of them all day. And it's just amazing. And I think if they come in with that same kind of tenacity and drive, they can do it. They can completely bulldoze the Chargers and move on to the next. And that's what needs to happen, man.
Yep.
So.
Yep, they should handle business. And never mind, that's my X factor. I'm not going to go there.
All right, guys. We got some great comments coming in, and appreciate it, and keep them coming, because right now we're going into the bold prediction portion of the K-Gun Report. And I'll start down south with Jarrod Reed. What is your bold prediction, brother?
My bold prediction last week was that Allen would finally hit that 40 mark with touchdowns total, and that would be an NFL record for 4 consecutive years that there was 40 touchdowns scored by an individual. He didn't hit that, but he did break that 10 game streak with 1 touchdown pass, 1 touchdown run. So he did break a record, but it was the wrong one. This week he breaks a record.
Wrong one.
40 total touchdowns. 40 total.
He broke the wrong record for touchdowns.
Record. Damn it! Come on, Allen. But 40, he'll hit the 40 touchdown mark this season and break yet another NFL record. Go get it, Allen.
I like it. I like it a lot. What do you got, Scoop?
I have James Cook continuing what he's been doing. He is only 32 yards away from 1,000 yards. We haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher in forever. I think he does that this week. He's got 40 catches, guys. Quietly, he's got 40 catches for over 400 yards. There's a lot of comparisons to a lot of old-style running backs that used to be able to do this here in Buffalo. Herman Thomas, LaShawn McCoy. I see that happening. My bold prediction is another 100-yard rushing game for James Cook with a touchdown, and another performance out of the backfield receiving a touchdown there too. So 2 touchdowns for Cook and 100 yards rushing. He reaches that 1,000-yard mark. Boom.
Damn. I like that too. My bold prediction, man, I think me and Dr. Bruce are right on the same page here. I kind of hinted at it earlier, but Stephon Diggs is going to remind everybody that he hasn't gone anywhere. He's just that team player, that captain that everybody knows he is, but doesn't want to admit. But he's going to get his this weekend. I think the Chargers, minus that 1 star player on the defensive line, is lacking in talent. And I think that this offense is too hot right now and too high performing to let anything really get in their way. And I think you see Stephon Diggs absolutely lose his mind against the Chargers. And Dr. Bruce says 100+ yards and 2 TDs. I'm rolling right down that same train, but I'm going to go ahead and bump it up to 150 and 2 TDs. I think Stephon Diggs reminds everybody in the NFL exactly why he is who he is and why he's considered the best wide receiver in the NFL.
65 and sunny on
Booyah.
Sunday, on Saturday in LA.
Diggs
They
gonna
got a
shine.
dome anyway, don't they?
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, it don't matter. Don't matter, but that's okay. Still nice. Nice for a walk.
Diggs- real nice.
Diggs played in a dome for a while.
He did. A couple of years, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I love that, man. He's gonna go on fire. I just have a feeling too. Swank, awesome.
Rob Mullen. In truth, the secondary of the Chargers are giving up a ton of big plays. In the passing game, Allen should eclipse 300 yards with ease.
Mhm.
Doug says, bold prediction, Kincaid, 60-yard middle seam TD. Wentz, specific. I love it, dude. Lay it down.
Waiting for it. I agree with him. That's a play that I've been calling all year and said
Hell
that's
yeah.
why he was brought in to do. And he hasn't done it. I like it.
Let's make sure he gets the right gloves on. All right. Come on.
Yeah, the
guys.
one he dropped was that play.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Mike V, bold prediction, Diggs goes off for 175 and 3 TDs. Mike V got to one-up me. I love it, dude.
Do it, Mike.
All right, we're going X Factor. Make sure you get your X Factor in the comments. And again, thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. Scooter Magooter, what do you got for an X Factor, buddy?
Coaching. I said that was a big difference this past week, and it's going to be a big difference this week, only because the offense is still learning their way. I think the most dangerous thing about Buffalo's offense right now, they're running the ball great. We know how they can pass, is we haven't seen Brady's window yet. It's his ceiling. So I think that's the most scary thing about this Buffalo Bills offense.
We haven't seen his ceiling through his window.
Yes. And then obviously the McDermott defense has been on fire lately, and this is the coaching aspect. You've got a brand new head coach interim. You've got a backup quarterback in Easton Stick, whatever his name is. You're going to see a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So it's the coaches putting these guys in situations where they can be successful and dominate this football game. That is the X factors, how prepared they are, and if they have to make adjustments, if they can make those adjustments at halftime.
I like it. Doug says X Factor D-line feasts 6 sacks this weekend. I could see it happening. Dr. Bruce says X Factor O-line holds Mac sackless. What do you got, Jerry?
X factor is going to be along the same lines as Scott, not the coaching, but the discipline from the players. The Chargers have nothing to lose. They're going to go out there. They want to make it so it's rough for the Bills to make the playoffs, or any team they're playing to make the playoffs. They're going to pull out all stops, look for trick plays, weird scenarios where they're going to go for it on fourth down. The Buffalo Bills need to have discipline, which they've had for the last 4 weeks, but that needs to continue. Discipline. Go Bills.
Oh, yeah. I like it, man. I wanted to hit, sorry, Rob, I'll get yours too here. X Factor, Mike V. Josh Allen has a second straight week with no turnovers. That's an interesting one, man. I like that one. Then Big Rob Mullen, X Factor, Brady once again likely to get everyone involved, including several bench players, and do not be surprised to see Fournette if on the active list.
Yeah, with Ty Johnson with the dislocated shoulder, you never know what he's going to end up at the end of the week.
Yeah.
There you go.
Playoff Lenny.
And there goes that rules about bringing them up 3 times. They can bring them up 3 times and sit them 3 times. So we're getting near the end of the season.
Might as well get his legs going, see what's going on.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
My X Factor, man. I'm going right back to what I did last week. Linebackers. I think Eckler is the biggest threat to this defense this weekend. I think when you have a backup quarterback that hasn't been comfortable, you have a head coach that is interim and new, you want to revert back to something that is familiar, something that's comfortable, and Eckler is absolutely a stud running back. He's reliable, and I could see them trying to hand it off to him a whole shit ton this weekend. I think, much like I thought about like Micah Parsons being the kingpin of the Dallas defense, Eckler is going to be the kingpin of this offense. And if you can stop him, the Chargers will have very little chance to score. So I am looking at Dotson. I'm looking at Bernard. I'm looking at even the safeties. Doesn't matter to me. Taron Johnson, whatever. But mostly that linebacking core, the middle of the field, that run defense. Maybe get a little Daquan Jones in the mix. Who knows? Get his feet wet. But no, I really want to see Dotson stepping up. I didn't think I'd ever say that. I did not want him on the field to start the season. We all were afraid that was going to happen. And now I'll eat crow, man. I'm glad he's in the mix. I'm glad they got him in there for the downs that he's got. He's got fire. He hits like a motherfucker. He's playing really good. So let's go. Stop Eckler. Get going.
Love it.
All right, guys. It's that time. Score predictions. And I don't usually add this part, but I want to know who you think's going to win and lose. Okay. Give us your score predictions in the comment. Don't forget we're part of the Buff Fan Base Network, and go buy everything at 26shirts.com. Scott.
.com.
What is your
35-10. I think it's the same situation as the Dallas game. I think it's a late touchdown during BS time. New coach, new quarterback. You focus on Eckler, you're fine. Our defensive backs are holding their own. Quentin Johnson, Palmer, all them are going to have a hard time getting open. It's a shutout here in the West Coast.
Damn. Nice get. Jerry, what do you got?
Yep. If the Buffalo Bills can keep pushing forward, playing disciplined football, and have their eyes on the prize, you'll see a 45-10 football game. Allen will most likely not play that half of that fourth quarter. 45-10 Buffalo Bills.
Damn. Rob Mullen, score prediction. Bills 42-17, subs in by fourth quarter. Right there with you, Jerry. Mike
There you
V.
go,
Bills win 59-21. I want to know where those 21 points are coming from. John's 31-3 Bills. Doug 37-3 Bills. Dr. Bruce 31-12 no Charger TDs. He's going 4 field goals. I love it. I love it. Guys, I told you Diggs has got to have at least 2 for me, and I'm right there on it. I think Jimbo's accounting for 1. I think Josh Allen's keeping his streak going. He's not just breaking records, he's smashing records. So if you're playing around and totaling all that up, that's at least 28. I'm going more. I think you're going to see a defensive touchdown. There's a lot of X factors and bolts that we could have done tonight. But I think you see Mr. Douglas get a pick 6. I think we're rolling right up into the 40s, and I'm going 42-10, and that's the way Swank sees it on the K-Gun Report.
Hey, Bills Mafia, Fandemonium. We have yet to see the Bills put up a 0 on that defense too, and you know they're itching for it because they've been playing stout and strong all year. So this might be one of them games where you see that nugget over there.
There you go. That'd be nice.
Here's a bold prediction coming in from Dr. Bruce McKellar.
Here we go, folks. We're in overtime.
That's right. We're in overtime because we like talking to you. But I'm going to tell you real quick, we're not going past 9:08. I got a feeling. You know, I just have this feeling.
I got presents to wrap still and all that crap.
Such a specific time.
I know. It's very Jared. Jared messaged our group and was just like, I forgot to tell you guys, like, can we kind of, you know, end on time-ish? And he said 9:08. So we're going for 9:08. So we got 4 minutes to do pick'ems. I don't remember what the records are. If you got them right there, Jerry, go ahead and spout them out.
Scott is standing strong at 51-34.
Nice.
Swank second, 45-40. And Jared's close behind Swank, 44 for 41.
Nice.
Man, Swank, last year, man, you just rolled.
I know.
This year we're closer, man.
We are. All 3 of us are bunched in there, but Scooter's been calling it all season long, man. He's had that like 4 or 5 game lead. Let's see here. Uncle James, I'm a 909 kind of guy.
There you
go. Gary says, congrats to Floyd for earning that bonus. Hell yeah, you got a $1 million bonus for having double-digit sacks. Good for my boy Floyd. I didn't even put him in that, man. I feel bad whenever I leave him out. There's just too much good. All right, guys, here we go.
Surprise.
We always pick the AFC East. So, Commanders at Jets. We'll do lightning round. What do you got, Jerry?
I got Washington winning this one.
Washington. All right. What do you got, Scott?
I'll go Jets. They're playing at home. They're playing tough defense.
I am going to go Jets as well. We got Patriots at Broncos Sunday night game. Wow. That's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve 8:15 game that nobody's going to watch. What do you got, Scott?
We're getting some help with this one. I see the Patriots winning this game.
I like it. What do you think, Jerry?
Yeah, I unfortunately have New England struggling big time. Denver wins this one.
Trap game. Patriots win.
All right. I'm going to come up 2 on you guys. Cool.
Okay, sure. Jinx. All right, this is the big one for us. Bengals at Steelers. I'll go first. I'm going. We get the help. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
You missed one, Swank.
What I miss?
Dallas and Miami.
Oh, my bad. Too bad. We're doing Bengals Steelers right now. Go ahead.
Okay. Cincinnati at Steelers.
Since Jared's delaying,
Pittsburgh wins this one.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers as well. The Bengals are gonna keep getting away with this BS winning at the end of the game nonsense and finding that luck.
No.
Go Steelers.
It's I don't know, man. Yeah, I agree. 100%. They're going to get exposed here pretty soon. Cowboys at Dolphins. Because Jarrod missed this one. Jerry, what do you got?
I'm going to stick with the Miami Dolphins can't beat a winning team, and Dallas is coming off a loss to the Bills, so they're going to have something to fight for. Dallas Cowboys win.
Here comes good Dak. I got the Cowboys winning as well. What do you got, Scott?
Yeah, it's a rebuttal. It was a tough week for them. They're going to play in nice weather now, so Cowboys.
Nice. Got Mike V going Cowboys. Sorry, I missed some picks earlier, guys. Browns.
And then you'll see Miami fans really taking off on Bills fans, even though they still have a game left before that.
Yeah. I can't wait, dude. I really can't wait. I hope we win, and I hope they just get fucking blown out. Oh my god. John says Cowboys. Rob Mullen says Brokeback Mountain Cowboys. Here we go, Brown. What?
Can't quit you.
I can't quit you. Browns at Texans, another big one for us. Who hasn't started one in a while? Scott?
Oh, this is a tough one, but I am going to go with the Texans on this one for sure.
Nice.
Browns. Flacco, he's not going to – it's a nice story, but all stories come to an end, and it needs reality needs to set in for these Cleveland Browns. They should have lost last week.
Mm-hmm. What do you got, Jerry?
They're just a thorn in our ass, but I got Cleveland beating Houston.
Traitor. You traitor.
Knowing that you're going to pick
Houston. I can
Houston.
quit you.
Don't tempt me to quit you.
You're easily quittable.
I'm going Texans. I never picked the Browns, and that's why I went last, because everybody knows I don't pick the Browns. Screw the Browns. Who cares? Booyah. There's only one more game, Christmas Day, that I think is relevant. Raiders at Chiefs. Jerry, go ahead.
The Raiders always play the Kansas City Chiefs tough, so I'm going to go with the upset. Raiders win.
Nice.
I'm on board with you. I think you're going to see why Pierce is going to earn his head coaching position next year. He's interim right now. He deserves to be the head coach there.
I like it. I'm really tempted to try and squeak one up on you, but I just don't want to, man. It's Christmas time. Raiders. Here we go.
There you go.
And Crosby and Mahomes hate each other, so that's always a fun matchup to watch.
He pushed me.
It's like the softest hate from Patrick Mahomes,
I know.
where he's like, yeah, like I got in his face. He talks about it on the sideline, and then really it's like in that quarterback show, he's like, I try to be nice to defensive ends so that they don't murder me on the field. It's like, man, the whole nation just saw you say that. So like, if I was a defensive end, I would smoke the shit out of you and just be like, what's up, buddy?
You still be nice to me. I'm doing my job.
Yeah, it's like Von Miller used to be before all this crazy shit. Anyway, guys, it's 9:10. We're a little late. Jerry's in trouble, but we sure do love you. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's show. We're going to hit our final thoughts and get the hell out of here. And go ahead, Jerry. Start us off.
Yeah, I say it week in and week out. We're not sitting at the top of the cream of the crop right now. We're playing like we are, but we're not there. And we haven't had to cheer as hard as we are right now this time of season. So keep it up. This is a fun type of season right now. We're fighting for our lives. We're fighting for a playoff spot. and our Bills are showing that they have the grit to do it. Be loud Saturday. Enjoy the night game. I think it's on Peacock. I'm going to try to figure out how people can watch it besides Peacock. I don't know if the Rochester channels, someone did share that Buffalo is airing it on channel 2, but I want to dig a little deeper and find out for you guys. So again, cheer loud if you're going to the game, be present. And I can't wait to come back and talk Buffalo Bills football with every one of you as they go 9-6 with an even better playoff push picture ahead of them. Go Bills.
Nice kit. I'd like to give you this little comment from Doug. He said gift bags, Jarrod. That's what I love about the Fandemonium,
Instead of all
man.
the presents.
Yeah, they have all the best advice all the time. I love it. Scooter Magoot, what do you got, Muddy?
What's cool about this time of year when we're struggling to get in, but we've got the team to do it, so it's all hype, just like Jarrod says, is that fan pages get that much more busy. So I do want to lead you guys to the 24/7 Buff Fandemonium group and the page. We put out rooting interests. There's a lot of posts coming out from Rob Mullen and Bruce McKellar. Pay attention to all that stuff. It's really good material, and it's a fan first perspective. So we don't judge anybody by anything you guys say. So leave your comments, join in on us, join the group, and be a part of this awesome group that we all belong to. We talk every Tuesday on the K-Gun Report, and Swank and I and Ryan talk every Sunday or an hour before a game on Sunday sessions. I will have the chance to tell you guys Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Jarrod, I'll let you do that just a second because I know you'd be someone that wanted to do that. But really, 7 o'clock, Sunday sessions, we're going to talk about it, give our last thoughts, and we'll see you there. And I'm very proud to be part of this group and thankful, and I love you guys in the comments for sure.
Hell yeah. Nice get, man. Jerry, you want to do your little, you want to do your Christmas thing?
Merry Christmas to everyone out there, and hold your loved ones close. God bless. Go Bills.
Nicely done. Classy and quick. I like it a lot.
Mark Rimmett.
Guys, thanks so much for hanging with us, man. I'm not going to go too complete ape shit nutty on all this stuff. You guys know, man, if you're here, you know how I feel about this team and how I feel about the seasons. And it's almost like we're blessed to like be a part of this team now, where it was so down for so long. But we kept believing and hanging and doing. And now, you got an exciting 3 weeks of football, and man, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're going beyond that, so just appreciate it. Appreciate this time because it's not always going to be like this. Hopefully it'll be like this for a very, very long time, but just appreciate it while it's here so you can tell your kids and your nephews and your granny and everybody but your ex-wife about what a great time it was. We love you guys so much and appreciate the hell out of you guys. If you're not with us on Sunday sessions, we all very much hope that you have a great holiday. Go Bills, man.
Having a lot of fun now. Go Bills.
It's a great time of year. Go Bills.
Fa la 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 la. Go Bills.
Couldn't get my masters in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, let that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son. Let that fuse and run.